as this will kind of be an autopsy of the modern dating culture again. I know this should be common knowledge to you guys, but I'm gonna give you a more clear and complete picture. So, like, if you ever need some, like, one video to come back to and understand what's exactly wrong, this is the one. You can choose to not watch any other of my videos, like watch and forget as blabbering, but this one's kind of important. So, first of all, I've always wanted to say this to you guys. Chad is not out there to bang your looks match. At least majority of them are not. So I think about 15 to 20% of men overall, they look for short-term relationships anyways. I know there's a common misconception and this stuff they always talk about. Oh, men want women to sleep. The men want to sleep around, but they don't want women to sleep around. Now, here's a fact: majority of men don't want to sleep around either. Irrespective of your looks level, I don't think a majority of men do. I can ask most of you guys, what did you really want? The majority of you guys do not want to have sex with multiple women when you were young, right? I didn't either. What I really wanted, what most guys really want, is a stable, loving relationship with their crush or whoever they loved. And guys still remember that first rejection in most cases. Now, here's the thing. Majority of chads, majority of good-looking guys, they also straight up reject attractive women. Sorry, unattractive or average women, right? That's what I was talking about. It's a minority which do not reject these women and string along these women that they don't want to have long-term relationships with. Now, what pushes these women to these degenerates anyways? What pushes these women? Like, one of the things, it's a multitude of factors. Number one is women often looking for the bad guys, because they do tend to have a liking for men. Like, if there's two chads, one is good looking and a good guy, the other is good looking and dark triad, then women are going to choose the good looking and dark triad one. So they have an affinity for those kinds of guys to begin with, a lot of them, not all. But then again, there's the rest. With the rest of the women, you have another problem: online echo chambers. So these women get rejected by good looking men all the time, like when they throw themselves at them. But this kind of rejection doesn't serve as the kind of self-correction that it should, because of online echo chambers. You have these guys, not these guys, but these women like Manifestel and Wizard Liz, and who the fuck, man, I don't even know half their names. I know the names of all of these red pill guys because I was part of that. Like, you can understand how it's on the other side as well. So sometimes you also got to look at the other side and let's just understand that maybe it's not all their fault. A lot of it has to do with the environment too, as well as their nature. Yes, when your nature, and let's say women's hypergamy has something to do with it, definitely got a lot to do with it. There's something that's watering the seeds, and today's video is essentially calling about what's helping those seeds grow, right? These echo chambers with these influencers talking about how they should love themselves and that's gonna fix everything, how they should manifest, how, yes queen, you deserve the best, never settle, and they think that they shouldn't adjust their standards, they shouldn't fix their looks, look like absolute shit, and then just manifesting and keeping their standards high and self-love is going to solve everything, right? That's what happens. So these women don't do anything to change their looks. They run straight into men. Like, it's exactly how the red pill fucks up men. They would tell you that looks don't matter, it's grinding that matters. And you run into gold diggers straight up. It's the same thing that these echo chambers do with those women, those unattractive and average women. They'll tell you that you shouldn't drop your standards. They'll tell you that you should just manifest and shit. And what happens is those women, instead of fixing what is most important, what is realistically fixable, they just keep repeating their same mistakes. And because they don't drop their standards, they stop getting with men who have, like, generally good intentions. Chads with good intentions, they don't drag women along. They don't drag women along whom they do not see as long-term relationship worthy. That's a fact. But because these echo chambers also, there's other cases of course, but in the majority of cases, I think because these online echo chambers, a majority of women in the modern dating market are active in, their heads are being filled with all of these dreams. That rejection doesn't serve as recalibration, it serves as not enough manifesting, not enough compatible hobbies, not matching star signs, not loving themselves enough, and whatever bullshit, man. Like, they don't change the standards. So there's guys out there who are generally looking for long-term relationships with women on their looks level. So not guys again looking for short-term relationships, who are not as good looking, who are not as high status, whom these women don't get with because they're constantly being fed that echo chamber garbage. So as a result of that, you have these guys. That's where the black pill again comes in to save you guys. A lot of these guys, these average guys and below average guys, and of course the true selves, they basically ask. So that's where we people are at, right? We are already locked out of the dating market because of that gaslighting or women not recalibrating their standards with the kind of rejections that they get from well-intentioned, good-looking men, and heading right into those degenerates who are like absolute sex addicts, right? The percentage of these degenerates might be a tad higher among attractive men because attractive men also tend to have higher testosterone, so that increases all kinds of impulses. But again, it's not the majority. So these women head straight into those guys. And when we guys, we don't get anyone showing interest, or the only women showing interest in us are women, like when we look for long-term relationships, are women who are bitter and jaded as fuck. We are told that we should grind hard enough, and we should take 30 showers. It's the same thing, but in a more meal-coded way, right? Like, it's actually the same thing on both sides. So guys end up in one-sided relationships like that, exactly like that. I'm sorry, I have a bad day. I got a runny nose. All right. Where was I? I fucking lost my train of thought again. One-sided relationships. Is that what I was talking about? Holy shit, I'm getting memory loss. You know that feeling when you're about to sneeze but you can't get a sneeze? That's actually what happened with me right here. And as a result of that, I forgot what I was talking about. Holy shit, man. That was bad. That was really bad. It's actually winter here right now. Yeah, so you should be grinding, and you should grind hard, and you take 100 showers every day, you don't play video games. So it's basically a performative sort of solution for something which has, one, already you have been fucked up by technology and women having jobs now, with jobs that they can comfortably work, so they can hold out longer. They don't have, so when there's people who are gaslighting them about all of this, they can afford to hold out longer. But these guys are giving you solutions like just grind harder. Grind harder for what? Grind harder for some woman who would never have been with you. Like, don't ask why those women were not with you when you were broke, when you were in your prime years, right? Like, the best dating coach is a plastic surgeon, and a good one at that. Let me get this straight to you guys. So take all of this away from this video. It's not as black and white as chads just going around and fucking women who are on your level. It's about women not understanding their lane even when chads reject them, and them heading straight into the chads who are obviously gonna string them along when they have no chance of a long-term relationship. These women hope that it can turn into a long-term relationship, but it doesn't. They say yes to everything that guy says, right? So it's a bit more nuanced, and honestly hope you guys have a good day. And it's also winter right there right now, like let me know, you guys.